Well, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and welcome to Red Sox Baseball 2004. Today our replay is from Baltimore's Camden Yards on a rainy, sticky, nasty April day. 75 degrees and rain as we play the second game of the 2004 season between the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox, and the Orioles are going to go with Eric Dubose on the mound. In the real season, he went 4-6 with an earned run average of .639, 74 innings, 76 hits, 12 homers, 44 walks, and 48 strikeouts. And the lineup that he will face will be Johnny Damon in center field. Leading off, Bill Miller, the third baseman, bats second. Ellis Burks, our old dear friend, bats third. He's your DH. Manny Ramirez is your left fielder. He cleans up. David Ortiz plays first. Didn't happen very often, but he does here. He bats fifth. Kevin Millar is in right field. I bet that's an adventure and a half. He bats sixth. Jason Varitek, the catcher, bats seventh. Mark Bellhorn, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Pokey Reese is the shortstop, batting ninth. And the Red Sox and the American League will see it's a homecoming of sorts for Curt Schilling, who pitched a number of years for the Baltimore Orioles. This is his first start with the Boston Red Sox. The defense behind Dubose. Big B is in left, Matos is in center, Jay Gibbons is in right, Rafael Palmeiro is at first, Brian Roberts at second, Miguel Tejada is at short, Melvin Mora at third, and Javi Lopez behind the plate. Let me get a drink real quick and we'll get started as Johnny Damon steps to the plate. I got some water. I'm not going to go real nuts here and telling you what's going on elsewhere in baseball unless it's something significant. But we'll say, though, Chicago White Sox in their opening day win pounded out 19 hits. A reminder, if you weren't with us for the first one or watched any of the other videos I posted, we're using Action PC Baseball 2014. We are going as played lineups here, at least for as long as we can. Terry Francona, this was his second game as manager of the Red Sox. So this is the lineup he really did throw out there. And I will be the manager for the Red Sox. I am Terry Francona. And I have about as much hair as he does if he didn't shave his head. So Johnny Damon went 0 for 5 in the opener. The Red Sox did win the opener 6-5 in 10 innings on a homer by David Ortiz in the 10th over that scoreboard in right field. Damon draws a walk. So here's Miller, Bill Miller, 1 for 5. That's 200. Damon is a threat, not a threat to steal for the lefty. Miller hits a fly ball left center. Matos is there, and that's the first out. Ellis Burks played a few games. 182 the real life average. This was his last. He retired after this. A homer and an RBI. Burks grounds one to Tejada. Throw to Roberts for 1 to Palmeiro. They turn it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We play 1/2 inning, and it's no score. And as you can see, Curt Schilling is wearing Oriole colors in his picture. The defense around Mr. Schilling, Mr. Ramirez, Manny Ramirez in left, Johnny Damon in center. Millar's not terrible. Just below average arm and range. David Ortiz is not a great first baseman. Mark Bellhorn is at second. Pokey Reese is at short. Bill Miller is at third. Varitek the catcher. Curt Schilling, and this is why they got him. He went 21-6 for the Red Sox in 04 with a 3.26 ERA. And before he had a dead man's Achilles tendon stapled onto his in the playoffs, he threw 226 innings, allowed 206, gave up 23 homers. He walked 35 and struck out 203. That's impressive. Roberts, Brian, by the way, 1 for 5 in the opener with 2 strikeouts. They got to Pedro for 5 runs in the second. And he strikes out. So Schilling begins his history with the Red Sox with a swing and a miss, strike 3. And I'll bring up Melvin Mora, who's hitting .600 with an RBI. And he strikes out. Now going to chase a 1-2 breaking ball. 2 strikeouts for Schilling. This will bring up Tejada, who went 0 for 5 in the opener. Schilling gets him to ground ball, left side, base hit. So Tejada reaches on a single. So no for Schilling his first time with the Red Sox. And that'll bring up Rafi Palmeiro, who went 0 for 3, walked twice and scored a run his first game. Chopper to Schilling, throws to Ortiz to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We've played 1, no score. Manny Ramirez, the batter. Manny went 2 for 5 in the opener with 3 strikeouts. So he either singled or struck out. And he walks from DuBose. DuBose will do that. Not great control. He should go 95 if he makes it. Schilling should go about 105 pitches. He threw 16 in the first. So Ramirez on first and Ortiz the batter. Poppy at 800 on the year, 4 for 5. A homer and 2 RBI. He pops it up. Roberts moves over by the bag at second for the out, 1 out. Kevin Millar, 250, no homers and an RBI, 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Millar hits one to short. Tejada by the bag for the second out, 2 out. Jason Varitek had a pretty good game to start the season, 2 for 4 with a double and a homer and 3 RBI off of Sidney Ponson and company. Varitek lines one right to Mora for the 3rd out. A frozen rope that he catches. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 1.5, no score. Be Javi Lopez, Jay Gibbons, and B.J. Surhoff. I didn't give you the lineup for Baltimore, did I? It's B.J. Robert, or Rip Roberts. I did that again. It's Brian Roberts, the leadoff hitter. Melvin Mora batting second. Miguel Tejada at batting third. Rafael Palmeiro, the cleanup hitter. Javi Lopez is at the plate, bats 5th. Jay Gibbons bats 6th. The lefty B.J. Surhoff is the DH. Jay Bigby is the left fielder, batting 8th, and Matos is the center fielder, batting 9th. Lopez hits a fly ball to Manny and left, who doesn't have to move, makes the grab, 1 out. Gibbons went 1 for 3 in the opener, and Jay singled and struck out. Line drive to right, Millar is there, 2 out. B.J. Surhoff, who went 0 for 2 off the bench in the opener. 309, 8 homers and 50 RBI were his real-life stats. And he flies one to right into foul territory. Millar can't get it. And then tells a couple of the kids sitting out there in the rain why he would make a good analyst on a TV show. Surhoff has a 2-2 count. Here's a chopper back to Schilling, throw to Ortiz, and that's the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. It is raining here in Baltimore. We've played 2 and there's no score. Mark Bellhorn went 1 for 4 in the opener with a strikeout. And he strikes out here. DuBose gets him on a 2-2 pitch. So Pokey Reese, the last batter for the Red Sox lineup today, 0 for 4, struck out twice. And Pokey hits this one to the right center. Matos is there, 2 out. It's a steady rain. I don't know if they will delay it or not. It's warm. There's absolutely no wind. It's 76 degrees. Johnny Damon walked his first time up today. And he pops that one foul behind the plate. Lopez goes to the screen on a play. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Here's a pop-up to third. Mora's there. Makes the grab. That's the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2.5, there's still no score. Larry Bigby, Louis Matos, and Brian Roberts do up for Baltimore here in the 3rd. Schilling, through 2 innings, is allowed a hit and struck out 2. Bigby, fly ball to shallow right. Ortiz is out, makes the grab. Matos 0 for 4 in the opener. He doubled, scored, and drove in a run in that 5-run second. And he hits a high fly ball to deep left field. It's gone. Damon turned and watched it go. And the Commodore 64 tail of the tape on that is 380 feet. And it made the rain stop. How about that? Commodore 64. You can find an emulator in hundreds of games on the internet. All right, so 1-0. Baltimore gets the first run in the game off the Matos homer. Roberts is the batter, and Bryan is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And there's a fly ball to right. Millar moves over, makes the grab, 2 out. Melvin Mora 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And he strikes out again. He swung on and missed on a 1-2 changeup. 1 run, a big one on the homer. 1 hit, no errors. We played 3. Baltimore 1, Boston nothing. So it'll be Miller, Burks, and Ramirez here in the 4th. DuBose has pitched very well. 3 innings, 2 walks, and a strikeout. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Miller draws a walk. Full count walk. So Burks is 0 for 1. Pitch gets away from Lopez. It's a wild pitch. So Miller moves to second. The Red Sox have the tying run on with nobody out. On a 1-0 count to Burks. It's a chopper down the line, and that will get past Palmeiro. Gibbons has it. Miller holds at third. You don't want to run into that out, and his chances of scoring were 60%. So, and plus you got the big boppers coming up, Ramirez and Ortiz. Manny walked his first time up. DuBose has thrown 3 walks. Runners in the corners, nobody out. Baltimore leads Boston 1-0 here in the 4th. And Manny draws a walk. They are loaded for Ortiz, and there's no place to put the big man. There's a ground ball base hit. Miller will score. Bigby has it. Burks will try to score. Ramirez holds at third. The throw is not in time. Burks scores. So the Red Sox go ahead 2-1. Excuse me, as I have to sneeze and there's no sneeze button. Kevin Millar, the batter. Kevin is 0 for 1 today. It is muggy as muggy can be. 78 on the 6th day of April 2004. Ramirez on second, Ortiz on first. Burks and Ortiz have driven in runs, and it's 2-1 Boston. Millar hits a fly ball to left. Bigby comes in, makes the grab. Manny retreats back to second, 1 out. Jason Varitek retired his first time up. Hits a fly ball to shallow left. Bigby's there, 2 out. Mark Bellhorn has struck out his first time up, the batter. Off the end of his bat, Tejada has it, makes the grab to retire the side. Not before Boston gets 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. 3.5 in the books. Boston 2, Baltimore 1. Miguel Tejada, the batter. Miguel is 1 for 1 with a single. And he's now 2 for 2 as he puts this one into right center. Damon picks it up and throws it in. And Rafael Palmeiro is 0 for 1 now, I'll bet. Schilling has to be careful. We're in the meat of the Baltimore lineup. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Boston. They've stranded 3. Baltimore 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. And they have stranded 1. 49 pitches in 3 innings and change for Curt. DuBose has thrown 79 of his 95 through 4. Palmeiro hits a one in the shallow center. Damon's there for the out. Javi Lopez is 0 for 1. Hit the wrong button. Stopped the recording instead of throwing the pickoff throw. Tejada's back safe, and his chances of filling are significantly reduced. Lopez hits one down to Ortiz. Flips to Reese for 1. Back to Ortiz in time. A 3-6-3 double play ends the inning. No runs, 1 hits, no errors. We've played 4. The Red Sox 2, the Orioles 1. As Pokey re-steps up, he is 0 for 1. DuBose will pitch the 5th, but the lease should be short, down to 16 pitches before he should be tired. He has given up 2 hits and fought 4 in 4 innings, struck out 1 and 2 runs. Pokey hits a base hit into right. That'll bring up Damon. Damon is 0 for 1 with a walk. Hit and run, missed pitch. Damon doesn't swing. Reese is thrown out. So they try the hit and run and it doesn't work. The count is 2-1, and Damon is at the plate. You gotta swing at that, Johnny. Damon flares one to the left field. Bigby's there, 1 out, or 2 out. On a 1 to 10 scale, the game rates Damon a 6 on the hit and run. It was worth a try. Miller is 0 for 1. Bill has walked and scored. And he hits this one to center. Matos is there, makes the grab. Halfway home, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's Boston 2, Baltimore 1. Howdy, neighbor. Narragansett. This game brought to you with love by the Narragansett Brewing Company. Jay Gibbons is 0 for 1. We start the 5th inning. Bottom half of the 5th. Schilling has thrown 55 of his 105 pitches. 4 innings, 3 hits, a home run, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Gibbons hits one into left center. Damon's there, 1 out. B.J. Surhoff was retired his first time up. Strikes out. He looks at a full count pitch for strike 3, so that's the 4th strikeout for Schilling. Larry Bigby, the batter. Larry is 0 for 1. And he goes down by way of the K. He swings and misses, and that's the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 5. John Parrish will come in to pitch for the Orioles as we start the 6th inning. Let's give you the specifics on Parrish. He went 6-3 in 04 with a save, an earned run average of 346, 78 innings, 68 hits, 4 homers, 55 walks, and struck out 71. He has starter's endurance with 80 pitches. We'll show you the in-game box score brought to you by Commodore. DuBose went 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, all earned. He did not allow a homer, walked 4, and struck out 1. And I think, all told, I think everyone's going to be very happy with that. He kept the Orioles in the game. And as I drop my typing apparatus, anytime you get a starter like that, maybe that's not what they thought of coming into the 2004 season. But anyone that has a 6 ERA going out to start, you're going to take that every single time. So Ellis Burks, the batter, dropped it again. Ellis is 1 for 2. A single and a run scored. And nope, we're going to hit the... Burks hits a fly ball to left center. Matos moves over, makes the grab. 1 out. Manny Ramirez, who has walked twice today, is the batter. It's warmed up even more. It's up to 80 degrees, but the rain has stopped. Manny strikes out. He swung on and missed the 97-mile-an-hour cutter on a 1-2 pitch. First strikeout for Parrish, and they'll bring up Ortiz. 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. Big single in the 4th to put the Red Sox ahead, scoring Miller and Burks. The pitch, there's a ground ball to Roberts. Throw to first, and that's the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 5.5 in the books. Boston 2, Baltimore 1. Luis Matos, 1 for 1. That 1 being a home run in the 3rd. The only blemish, run-wise, by Curt Schilling, who surrendered a scant 3 hits. He delivers. There's a grounder to Miller. Nope. Miller couldn't get it. It took a funny hop and kind of bounced off his glove, and Matos is on first. Brian Roberts, who does bunt and bunt well. at the plate. And we're going to play him in at the corners. We're going to play for the bunt. Nope. Roberts swings and misses on a 2-2 count for strike 3. So 1 out. That's Schilling's 6th strikeout. Melvin Moore, the batter. Melvin has struck out both his times up. And they throw to Mendoza to try to get him to lean in, and they do. He was going. Ortiz threw it to Reese and applied the tag. So it's a 1-3-6 caught stealing. How about that? Can you believe it? Mora, as we said, is 0 for 2. Rounds 1 past the diving Ortiz for a base hit. Now he's 1 for 3. 4th hit for Baltimore. Miguel Tejada has 2 of those 4 hits. They're both singles. He's 2 for 2. And he hits a high fly ball to left. Back goes Ramirez. It's off the wall. Mora will try to score the throw home. He is safe. Not in time. It's a double for Tejada, and the Orioles have tied the game at 2. Rafael Palmeiro, the batter. He's 0 for 2. The pitch, there's a fly ball to center. Damon's there, and that's the inning. But not before Baltimore can tie the game on a run on 2 hits. And an error. We played 6. We're tied at 2. Kevin Millar, Jason Varitek, and Mark Bellhorn, the batters. Millar is 0 for 2. And the right fielder draws a walk. Jason Varitek, the batter. He's 0 for 2. And he hits a line drive base hit in the right center. So first and second, nobody out for Mark Bellhorn. Bellhorn is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. He hits lefties at a 298 clip. And he strikes out. Swung on and missed on a 1-2, and that's not what they wanted. And Pokey Reese, the batter now. Pokey's going to lay down a sac bunt. Mora flings it over, throws to Roberts to get him, and they'll do it to move Millar and Varitek into scoring position. You don't want the double play. You can do that. I know it's not textbook 21st century baseball, but you do what you got to do. Johnny Damon, the batter, he is 0 for 2 with a walk today and is 0 for 7 on the season. And he chops one to Mora, throw to first in time to retire to the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We played 6.5. Boston and Baltimore tied at 2. So Schilling has thrown 100 pitches, and you see the fatigue come up. He says he seems okay. We'll let him go at least to Lopez and the Embry at the ready with 3 lefties scheduled up. Gibbons and Surhoff. Lopez gets a ground ball base hit past Miller, and that'll do. They'll make a pitching change. So that will be it for Curt. 6+ innings, 6 hits, a homer, no walks, 6 strikeouts, 2 runs, 1 earned. And he, at the moment, he's also now responsible for Lopez. So, let's see if the Orioles stay lefty-lefty. Gibbons is 0 for 2 and 1 for 5 now on the year. Embry pitched an inning, the 8th, I believe, in the opener Sunday night, and retired the side in order. Gibbons hits a ground ball base hit in the hole between first and second. So 2 on, nobody out for B.J. Surhoff, who does hit lefties better than righties. The pitch, here's a fly ball to left. Manny's there, makes the grab, 1 out. Lopez is going to try to go to third. The throw into Miller is in time. Manny guns him down. So Miller is 7-5 on the putout. They let Gibbons go to third, or go to second rather, on the throw, but a huge out. And Larry Bigby's the batter. Larry is 0 for 2 in the strikeout, and here I wonder if they pinch hit. They do not. Nembry strikes him out. A fastball at the belt. Wow. So Baltimore runs themselves literally out of the inning and does not take out Bigby, who cannot hit lefties, when they had a chance to score the go-ahead run. Stretch time here at Baltimore. B.J. Ryan coming in to pitch. We're tied at 2. So Ryan struck out 2 in his 1 inning of work Sunday night, and he will face Miller, Burks, and Ramirez. Miller is 0 for 2. He's walked and scored. Did they make a change? Bigby's in left now. Matos and Gibbons are the outfield. I think they did. Miller hits a grounder to Tejada, who throws to first, and it's in there. It's an infield single. I'll bring up Ellis Burks, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. We're tied at 2 here in the 8th. Red Sox and Orioles. 2-5-1 for the Sox with 5 stranded. 2-7-0 for Baltimore with 3 stranded. Burks hits a high fly ball to left. Back goes Bigby on the track, makes the grab for the first out. Manny Ramirez the batter. Manny has walked twice and struck out. He struck out 4 times out of 6 with 2 singles on the young year. And he strikes out this time. Looks at a 3-2 pitch at the knees, a fastball for strike 3. And that'll bring up David Ortiz, who will bat 1 for 3, a 2 RBI single in the 4th, which gave Boston both their runs. Ortiz hits a high fly ball to right. Back goes Gibbons, and he turns and watches it go. Miller and Ortiz score. The Red Sox go up 4-2 on the home run off of B.J. Ryan. Kevin Millar is 0 for 2 with a walk. Millar hits one to Tejada, throws to first in time to retire the side. Miguel made a tremendous stab at that. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 7.5 in the books. Boston 4, Baltimore 2. And Mike Timlin comes in. Mike got the win. He pitched the 10th in the opener. He pitched the 9th in the opener. It was on the mound when Ortiz homered. So 1 another record with no ERA, an inning and a hit. Luis Manos is 1 for 2 with a single fly ball to center, and that's an out. I'm sorry, that's not a single. That's a homered. I shortchanged him. 1 for 3 with a homer. Brian Roberts is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Roberts draws a walk, ball 4. So Moore, the tying run at the plate, 1 for 3. Struck out twice, singled and scored. Roberts has some speed, so Timlin will throw over. Mora, base hit all the way to the wall. Roberts rounds third. Moore on second. They throw home. Here's the plate. He is safe. So Millar threw it to Bellhorn, and Bellhorn threw it in, and Veritek there was contact, but it was late. And so Baltimore gets their 3rd run. It's 4-3. Moore on second, and Tejada, who was 3 for 3, with a double and an RBI at the plate. And they'll pitch to him, and that might be a mistake. Back goes Damon, makes the grab for the out. Maybe not. 2 out. Thought about walking him. I'm not a big fan of the intentional walk, but with Rafael Palmeiro, even though he hit 258 on the year and is 0 for 6 so far, you don't want to put the winning run on base. Palmeiro hits one to left center. Back goes Damon, who makes the grab on the track. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We've played 8. Boston 4, Baltimore 3. Mike DeJean to come in to pitch. We'll say DeJean. And as you can see, he pitched for the Rockies for a while. In 39 innings, he gave up 49 hits, allowed 2 homers, 28 walks, 36 strikeouts, had a record of 0-5 with an earned run average of 6.13. Jason Varitek is 1 for 3 with a single. Red Sox holding on to a 4-3 lead. They left an insurance run. Bellhorn and Reese to follow. Varitek walks. That's not what Baltimore wanted. Varitek has a stolen base chance here of 89%. Guess what we're going to do? I send him to throw down. He is safe. Jason Varitek steals second base. You're welcome, New England. Mark Bellhorn, the batter. Mark is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And he draws a walk. Well, that stolen base doesn't look so good now, does it? Pokey Reese is 1 for 2 with a single. I already did the sack bunt for him earlier, so he'll go straight up here. Orioles play for the bunt, which is all the more reason to swing. DeJean delivers, ground ball to Mora, and Mora can't get it. He couldn't find the handle, so that's an error for Baltimore, and the bases are loaded for Johnny Damon, who did drive in 94 in 04. He is 0 for 3 with a walk tonight, or today. A pitch, grounder to short. Tejada throws home, and he's out. So the infield was not playing in, but Tejada with the smarts to throw home with it. And Varitek is retired. So Bellhorn, Reese, and Damon, the runners on, as you can see from their pretty little pictures. And here's Bill Miller, who was 1 for 3 with a single, a walk, and scored 2 runs. Boston 4-3 here in the 9th. The pitch, and that's a walk. He's going to score. Oh, it hit him. It hit him in the middle. So Bellhorn will score. DeJean or DeJean has just been all over the place. He has walked 2 and hit 1. And the Red Sox get a huge run. It's 5-3. So here's Ellis Burks, who was 1 for 4. A single and a run scored. And with a base hit, probably would score too, because Damon has good speed. Manny on deck. Ellis strikes out on a 1-2 pitch. A strike 3 called. So Buddy Groom will come in. Why didn't he pitch Buddy to start the inning? Buddy is 4-1 on the real season with a 4.78 ERA. Why would you not pitch him? 52 innings, 67 hits. I mean, he's better than what DeJean was. 6 homers, 16 walks, and 32 strikeouts. I know, I'm supposed to be rooting for the Red Sox. So Reese, Damon, and Miller, the base runners. Manning has the bases loaded. He's 0 for 2 tonight, or today, with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. If he is not struck out, he's struck out 5 times this year. He's singled twice. Groom gets him swinging. Strike 3. So that's the inning. 1 run, no hits, 1 error. The Red Sox leave him loaded as Keith Folk comes in to pitch. It'll be Javi Lopez, Gibbons, Jay Gibbons, and B.J. Surhoff here in the 9th. So Folk pitched the 10th Sunday night and got all 3 batters he faced. So he has a save. Javi is 1 for 3. Lopez singled. It's a chopper to Bellhorn. Throw to Ortiz for the out. Jay Gibbons 1 for 3 with a single. I was supposed to pull Ortiz, but I won't. David Segui is going to pinch hit for us. Segui 2 for 3 in the opener with a double and 2 RBI. Baltimore needs some help. They trail 5-3 here in the ninth. Segui hits one down to Reese. Throw to first, 2 out. B.J. Serhoff is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Baltimore down to their last out here. Red Sox looking to go 2-0 to start 2004. The pitch, that's a base hit. Between first and second, Damon cuts it off. Larry Bigby, the batter. Larry is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, if he should reach. Matos, who homered in the third, would be the batter. Bigby swings and misses, strike 3. So the Red Sox win this one 5-3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Baltimore. We'll get you the totals on the Commodore postgame show. Here's the totals for the Red Sox. They scored 2 in the 4th thanks to David Ortiz on a single. 2 in the 8th thanks again to David Ortiz, and 1 in the 9th. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Baltimore goes to 0-2. 1 run in the 3rd, 1 run in the 6th, 1 run in the 8th. The lone home run of the game, Miller, I believe, hit one for the Red Sox off of B.J. Ryan. And, no, Ortiz did, I believe. Oh, we'll check in a second. I know that Matos hit the lone homer for Baltimore. Schilling, it was your starter for Boston, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned you a home run. That was Matos. Walked none and struck out 6. Embry gets your win, 1 inning, a hit, and a strikeout. Timlin gets the hold, his first. He did give up the run in the 8th, but pitched all right. And Keith Falk has his 2nd save and a 2nd save opportunity, surrendering a hit and striking out 1. Dubose gets the start for Baltimore. He goes 5 and keeps Baltimore in the game. A no decision. John Parrish went to B.J. Ryan with giving up the 2-run shot in the 8th was the big difference. Or the home run in the 8th. He takes the loss. DeJean couldn't find the broadside of a barn, and Groom got the last out in the 9th. So the home runs were Ortiz and Matos. Jason Varitek has stolen base. You're welcome, New England, as I said. The Red Sox stranded 8. The Orioles stranded 5. David Ortiz is your Commodore MVP. We took 3 hours and 45 minutes in the rain to play this one. Don't forget, you can still find the Commodore VIC-20 because, hey, your little sister needs something to play with. We'll have the finale of this 3-game set for you the next time we're with you. Until then, Ron Juckett, have a good one.